Good morning. This is the beautiful view we had last night, and this is what it looks like in the morning as we head off into our new day with a nice steep climb coming up. So this area that we're hiking through right now, that we got into yesterday almost immediately after we got on the trail, is called Desolation Wilderness. The Desolation Wilderness. So anyway, it's a little weird. The trail is very rocky and not feeling great, but I'll tell you, Desolation, we're just coming upon beautiful lake after beautiful lake along the way. It's pretty incredible. If you remember though, I don't know, a couple videos back I mentioned having to carry our bear canisters for an extra few days, and this is why. Because the Desolation Wilderness just put a policy in this year that you have to carry a bear canister out here if you're going to be tenting. So we're not happy about that. There's a big grouse out here, I think. I think that's what that is. Doot, doot, doot. Just enjoying life. All right, we are leaving the Desolation Wilderness, which means only one thing that really matters. We no longer are required to carry bear canisters anywhere else on the PCT. Hallelujah. That means we're going to hike another couple of days. We're going to get to Soda Springs, and we are going to ship them home. And we will each be carrying 2.5 less pounds in our packs. And when the bears come and eat all our food, we'll wish we had them back. Not really, I hope. What in the world? Stop it. Okay, we have no idea what that is about. I really blew up a lot of dust and stuff though. My gosh. It's gotta be looking for somebody, right? So a couple of people were sitting there at that water source that we were at when the helicopter came over. And after it was gone, they came down and told us that some other guys had come by earlier and said that they were searching for somebody. So there was some missing person Maybe like somebody that was out driving some of these back roads in a Jeep or something, maybe, or I have no idea. But anyway, apparently, possibly, that's what the helicopter was doing, was out kind of searching. So who knows? You can still hear them in the background. I can anyway, but they're obviously further away now, off to the west. So I guess they didn't find what they were looking for yet. All right, so we're hiking on, obviously. We're gonna go another 3 miles. That'll give us 23 miles for the day. There's some water up here in a tent site, and we're just gonna get to that and then see how we feel. And there's another tent site a couple miles after that, and then another couple miles after that there's some more over top of the mountain that we're hiking up. And so I doubt we're going to go quite that far, but we're just going to play it by ear since it's still relatively early. See how far we get. Good morning. It's a nice cool morning. Feels good. We're up and rolling. Had a pretty good night's sleep. I don't know what the deal is, but I've been waking up early. Like way early, an hour or two early, and not able to go back to sleep. So that wasn't great, because I'm not really fully well rested, but I'm awake anyway. So other than that, it's all good, and we're just trucking along. We've got maybe about 30 miles till we get to Soda Springs, where we're going to resupply. So we won't make it today, but we'll get close. Actually, I think it's 33 miles. So we had about a 23 mile day yesterday. If we do the same today, we'll have about 10 miles left tomorrow. So we'll see how that all turns out, but should be a good day. We're expecting maybe it'll get quite warm. It's only supposed to get up to about 85 yesterday and today, but it definitely hit 90 plus yesterday, so maybe the same again today. I wanted to get a couple extra miles in last night, but man, it was hot and I was worn out, so we stopped at 23 miles. Anyway, all right, see what the day holds. Hey there. I just thought I'd take a quick second because I just realized that today is exactly 2 months on the trail for us. So yeah, we started 2 months ago. And we means that if this was going to take 5 months, we should be about 2/5 of the way done by now, which we are not. And if this is going to take us 6 months, we should be about 1/3 of the way done. And tomorrow I'll make an announcement about that. But the good news really is that we have, we're a little behind. If you calculate it out, we're a little behind right now, but not really, because we had those 2 weeks in the Sierras, and you go way slower in the Sierras than anywhere else. And so, it's normal that, just time-wise and mileage-wise, it would appear that you're a little behind at this point. But now all of a sudden, we're not doing 14, 15, 16, 17 mile days. We're doing, 20 to 24, 25 mile days. So, and Oregon is supposed to be even easier. So once we get there, we'll probably be doing longer than that. So we'll catch up, and I think we'll be fine. I'm not sure how many more views of Lake Tahoe we're going to get, but I think this might be the last one. Well, we just hiked around this big mountain behind us, and I thought that was going to be our last view of Lake Tahoe back there, but nope, we're now around the other side. It's pretty beautiful over here too. So I don't know if we'll continue along over there and we'll see this for a long time, or if this will be our last view. But it's gorgeous. We were walking through a ski area and didn't realize it. So, yeah, I guess there's some stuff up there, like, you know, a lift, and there's the cables going down, and then there's like some signage, so obviously you could ski right down here, and then, you know, that sign said Wolverine Bowl down this way, so boom, there you go. You can, it's a godforsaken rock field here. It's actually a ski area. You can ski down, you know, and then there's obviously lodge and different things down there. So yeah, pretty cool hiking through this. You might think we're in a park or maybe somebody's backyard fences, but no, actually those are just barriers for the ski resort. So the runs obviously are on the other side. Or maybe not obviously, but they are on the other side of the mountain there on the ridge. And those barriers are just up to tell skiers to get up to the top, you know. Don't go back here. This is not part of the ski run. Well, I'll tell you what, this afternoon and even the late morning was really hot. I mean, we were absolutely drenched in sweat, making a couple of extra water stops and pouring water over my head and all over my whole body, trying to cool down a little bit. But although I don't think the temperature actually shows that it's cooled down any, it sure feels a little cooler now. So I don't know, we're maybe in a little less sun, and I'm not sure, but anyway, we're doing better. I tell you, I think the biggest problem right now for me are my feet. Just in the last couple of days, I mean, I know I mentioned this a little while back, so it started before the last couple of days, but boy, they are really aching, and I'm feeling every little spot, every little thing in the ground, and it kind of feels like I'm wearing slippers. It's just because these shoes are demolished. They've got rips in them, and not from snagging them on anything, just they're just falling apart. So rips in the sides and in the top, and they're just really flexible now. It really does kind of feel like I'm just wearing some slippers out here or something. So anyway, it's been too many miles in these shoes, and in 3 days, maybe 4, but I think probably 3 days, I'll be in Sierra City and get my new shoes and the box that I sent myself, and that'll be a good day. Well, we made one last climb for the day. That's Tinker Knob. We're not going all the way up there. You see some ski slopes out there. Now we're getting ready to descend a little bit down to our tent site. We don't have much further to go, that's for sure. We're almost there. don't know if you can really tell, but that little grove of trees back there is about the only thing out here protect us from the wind. So we came down the mountain today. We set up our tents there, and then over the next hour, about 8 more people came down. There were only about 4 spots. So anyway, everyone was tenting on top of each other. Sorry, I'm so close to the camera, but it's the only way I think you can hear. Anyway, we're up ready to go this morning. It's really windy. Oh, it just stopped for a second. Anyway, so we're heading down into town to resupply. Should be there in about 6 miles. So just west of where we tented last night is the Royal Fire. That's what they're calling it. And there's been an alert, no closure on the PCT or anything, but just an alert that it's going on, and we should all be aware. So kind of thought we'd be able to smell it and it might create some issues, and actually there's kind of some, it looks a little sort of foggy off in the distance, like maybe it's smoke or something, but we've smelled nothing and it hasn't created an issue. So hopefully we'll be able to get in and out of this area quickly, and it won't be any issue. This area, by the way, there's a bigger town east of here called Truckee, and I think they had a big fire here a few years ago, the Truckee fire. But anyway, this area is through Donner Pass, and so some of you might know about Donner Pass. Donner Pass is where back in the mid-1800s a pioneer group came through and had to overwinter around the pass, and that's why it's called Donner Pass. They were the Donners, and actually I think it was the Donners and the Reeds, but yeah, in order to make it they had to do some unsavory things. I won't go into it, but if you're interested and you don't know about it, you can look it up. But anyway, so we'll be walking into Donner Pass here in maybe 5 miles or so, and then we won't be going to Truckee. We'll be going the other way to this little town to grab a box that we have mailed to us, and we do resupply. All right, we're here at Donner Summit and really Donner Pass also. We're just walking down the hill here to Donner Ski Ranch, which obviously has something to do with skiing, but not now. And all we know is there's a restaurant there, so we're going to go have some breakfast, and then we're going to hitch into Soda Springs and send our bear canisters home. Woohoo! That car driving away there with the bikes on top just dropped us off at the general store and the post office. Yeah, when we got down here, we came in from over here. We got down here and we walked right down the street and had a little breakfast at the Donner Ski Ranch. I think I was videoing about that. And then the gentleman picked us up, took us into the post office, and we mailed our bear canisters and a few other things out, so we're a little lighter now, actually a lot lighter, and got some resupply. We just got dropped off by those gentlemen in that vehicle with the bikes, and they were at the store and just asking us about the PCT and everything, and so we talked to them for a while, and then they said they'd drop us off down here, so that was very nice of them. Mike and Tom from San Francisco and Berkeley. They're my father and son. So anyway, yeah, there's the trail. There's Tiger Lily, and we're going to be heading right up, and we'll be in Sierra City in a couple of days, resupplying again. Hey, something I forgot to mention. When we got off at Donner Pass, that was just about mile 1151 on the trail, and at that point we have completed 1/3 of the trail. So of course, as I've already explained, we didn't start at the beginning, so take 1151 minus the 266 that we didn't do at the beginning, that we have to go back and do later. Anyway, add that on to what we still have to do going north, and whatever, we have 2/3 left. So that's kind of amazing. And I think I mentioned just the other day that we've been out here now, let's see, yesterday was exactly 2 months. So that would mean that we would get this done in exactly 6 months. But again, the Sierra, you go slower, than all the other sections. So obviously that kind of sets us back. We'll make up a bunch of time because of that. And also at the beginning when we first start, we're going slower. We have to build up. So, we've got the slowest parts behind us, and for the most part. So, that just kind of assures that we should be able to do this definitely in less than 6 months. And we need to finish it in less than 6 months, or else there'll be snow stopping us. So anyway, exciting. Hey, another couple of notes. One is we're getting close to I-80 up here, and so it's always a little strange, when you're hiking off in the wilderness and all of a sudden you cross under some massive interstate. But I'll take a quick video if I remember when we get up here. And also, I mentioned earlier we sent our bear canisters home. Well, we also sent a couple of other things. Particularly, I sent my puffy jacket. Haven't worn it once out here, and so no need to have that. And then also, I sent half of my sleeping pad home to save a few ounces. It's warm enough. I do not need that thing for my whole body, just enough to keep my upper body warm at night and off the rocks and stuff. So yeah, so I probably have for sure probably 3.5 pounds less in my pack now. So that's making a big difference. I can feel it already. Under the interstate we go. And tunnel number 2.